When you live off-grid, productivity is everything. Surrounded by woodland, we see nature's productivity year in, year out, and love waiting to see what thrives. Having built our polytunnel over the winter months, we are now increasing our productivity. Not only is this reducing our food bill significantly, but is also bringing a sense of satisfaction and enjoyment beyond that of other projects. 5 months into our growing journey, this is how far we've come.
The last month, all our vegetables and all our salads have been from here, apart from tomatoes. So we've got purple sprouting broccoli, we've had beetroot for a long time now growing in here. We've been eating the leaves on the purple sprouting broccoli, because you can do that, and on the cauliflower. So even if they didn't produce a crop, we could still get something out of it, which is really useful. We've got peppers and aubergine growing, we've got cucumbers and tomatoes, carrots, we've had loads and loads of broad beans, and we've got to try and store them now because they're finishing. We've had to blanch a lot of stuff. Had a whole bed of broad beans in here. We've had to take loads of them out and blanch them. Collies, they grew massive like triffids, and I started taking the bottom leaves off, and then we've got massive collie heads growing. We've had to blanch a load of those because they're all coming up at once, and we don't want them going to seed. And I've pinned these tomatoes up. We're a bit late on our tomatoes. We had a bit of a disaster. They kept on. We put them in here. It was too cold, and they died. They went black, like they got frost damage even in here. So next year we have a heated propagator in here, in a tunnel, in a little tunnel which is heated. I think that's the only way we're going to get an early crop, because they say to plant your seed on Boxing Day and obviously keep it somewhere warm, don't put it out in the cold, and this was far too cold out here. We've had quite a few potatoes, but not good in those bags. They dry out far too quickly. I've grown them in tyres before, and that was far better. It seems to hold the moisture a lot better. Even around the rim, you get a bit of rain, you get a bit of water around the rim inside, and you get all the potatoes. In fact, we had such big potatoes in there, it was a job to get them out the rim of the tyre. Out here we've got turnips, parsnips, radishes, salad crops, a mixed bag of leaves that half of them I don't like. Only one I found that I liked out of there was mustard. I really like it. It in a steak sandwich, that'd be brilliant. Love it. We've had loads and loads of strawberries. We get the odd raspberries. First year of those being in, and we've had, you perhaps get 1 to 3 a day that ripens up. We've got red cabbage, courgettes, got a few runner beans. Runner beans didn't do very good because a mouse stole them out of the pots when they were just beans. In this bed here we've got a mix of brassicas, and then we've got some late potatoes growing in those tyres there. This is where we're at this year so far. So year on year it'll improve, and we'll spread out, because we've got all this now over here that's enclosed away from rabbits. It's going really well actually. Grace loves it. Now if you've got kids, to keep them busy, they're just foraging around, you know, making sure they eat the right stuff obviously, and they're just picking. She just comes out here and she keeps picking raspberries and strawberries, and you have to tell her, don't pick the green ones, don't pick the ones that look mushy, and she is learning. So though she did pick some green tomatoes yesterday, and we haven't got that many of them, so I like them to go red. So come and have a look at my lawn. And this is the sort of lawn I like.
When it comes to productivity, there is no greater worker than the honeybee. With 6 hives on site, we often see our bees as they industriously go about their day. We have tried to make life easier for them, by allowing the clover to take over some of our paths, and by letting the weeds grow and flower, which to some people might seem unsightly. It has been great to increase our own productivity this year, and growing our own food has impacted us in more ways than we imagined. Not only are our food bills coming down in price, we are also eating a bigger range of vegetables, and because of this are eating healthier. However, the biggest and best of the benefits has been the time we have spent together as a family. Whether it's weeding, harvesting, or eating what we have grown, we've been able to enjoy the process together. And after all, our family is the most important project of all. To see some of the challenges we've faced during the process of growing our own food, why not watch this video?